right, number 2. Traps distinguish one template from another. Therefore, you're going to need to set a unique trap for each of your templates. When you do that, you're looking for the common denominator. What's consistent for this particular template? Only the trapped data makes it into the table. So obviously this is important. There are several kinds of traps for you to use. The slashes and the decimal on the right-hand side that you see here in this example, we call these literal traps, or sometimes direct traps, meaning you can type them directly from your keyboard. So we have a slash and decimal, the letter W, the number 7, a question mark, anything like that that you type right from your keyboard is a literal trap. By the way, a decimal is a commonly used trap. You're going to see that one a lot. You probably use that one yourself because many reports contain financial information. Well, sometimes there's no effective literal trap that you can use. In these situations, we can utilize what we call wild traps. For example, if the date field and the numeric field on the right didn't exist, we couldn't trap on them. They wouldn't be available for trapping, and we need to look to the other fields, such as zip code or state, for our trapping. But because, just using zip code and state as an example, because they're not constant from record to record, this would be a situation when a wild trap would be required. Monarch provides 5 wild trap characters, and you can see them in the red rectangle there on the screen. You could even combine your literal traps and your wild traps and get some very precise targeting of your desired data. Well, what about position? When you set your trap, you need to be aware of position on the report. If you were in the report window, you'd see position down on the lower right-hand corner of the screen. There's a little indicator there. It's important to put your traps in a position matching the lines in your report. Imagine that in this report, the slash is in position 76. So therefore, the example on the top is correct because the trap matches the sample and, more importantly, it matches the report, position 76. The example on the bottom is not correct because it has a slash over the month, specifically over the number 3 in the month. If you put your trap in the wrong position, you're either going to have no matched lines in the report, which is bad, or you're going to match incorrect lines, which is probably worse. So keep that in mind. Position is very important. Now here's a tip. Notice that when the trap matches the sample in the top example, the trap line color changes to match the sample color. This indicates that your trap matches your sample. The position of your trap matches the position in your sample. But be aware, it does not necessarily mean that you've chosen a good trap, a successful trap. It simply means that your trap matches the position in your sample. Now, you don't have to trap over every field. This is a common mistake a new user might make. It's a common misconception. When you set a trap, you're trapping whole lines and not individual fields. The example on the top has a trap over every field, which is completely unnecessary and actually can be less efficient and lead to problems. There's a trap called the not trap, and the not trap reverses the normal trapping behavior of a trap character so that it acts in essentially the opposite way. You simply insert a trap in your trap line, then you highlight it, and then you select the not trap, that red button. This will make the trap itself turn red. Now, instead of looking for a numeric in position 71, right there after the zip code, Monarch is looking for anything except a number in position 71. Just the opposite. So the not trap is just yet another way that Monarch provides for us to precisely pinpoint the rows that we're looking for exactly. The correct combination of traps is key to producing the results we want. You don't want to have too many, you don't want to have too few, you want to make sure they're in the right position. Here, all the detail rows are captured and nothing but the detail. The Bartok, Mozart, looning lines there. Trapping is a skill that you will develop over time, and the more you do it, the easier it gets. It's really very logical.